Let us start the lesson respiration. Let us define the term cell respiration. The process of respiration which happens in the cell is cell respiration. Now let us understand what is respiration. Respiration is a physiological process in which glucose is oxidized in the presence of oxygen completely into energy, and in this process water is released and carbon dioxide is released. So respiration is a physiological process in which glucose undergoes complete oxidation in the presence of oxygen. As a result, there is release of more energy, and in this process there is release of water and carbon dioxide also happen. Now let us understand stages of respiration. First stage is glycolysis. What is glycolysis? Glyco means glucose. Lysis means split or breakdown. So what is glycolysis? Glucose is broken down into two molecules of pyruvate or pyruvic acid. This pyruvate is a 3-carbon compound. So glucose is a 6-carbon compound. So 2 molecules of pyruvate, 3 into 2, 6 carbon atoms. Now let us study next stage. What is the next stage? How is energy released and how is energy stored? Let us study one by one. Next stage is aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Here, in aerobic respiration, glucose undergoes complete oxidation in the presence of oxygen. Same definition we can write here. See, for carrying out aerobic respiration, oxygen is needed. This is more important. Oxygen is needed. Where does aerobic respiration happen? Glycolysis happens in cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Glycolysis is common for both aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. After the formation of pyruvate, next stage, pyruvic acid undergoes complete oxidation in mitochondria. So in aerobic respiration, mitochondria involvement is there. Mitochondria involvement is there. Now let us study the released energy is in the form of inorganic phosphate. Inorganic phosphate, IP. I means inorganic, P means phosphate. Phosphate. Be very careful. Inorganic phosphate. Energy is released in the form of inorganic phosphate. The moment inorganic phosphate is released from glucose molecule, it is added to ADP. What is ADP? Adenosine diphosphate. Adenosine diphosphate. So di means two phosphate molecules are there. So diphosphate. Then one more phosphate is added. So 2 plus 1, 3. So ATP is formed. What is ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. So this ATP is a energy rich compound, energy rich molecule. This process is called phosphorylation. What is phosphorylation? Formation of ATP molecule by combining ADP with inorganic phosphate is phosphorylation. As this process happens in the presence of oxygen, this is called oxidative phosphorylation. As it happens, as phosphorylation takes place in the presence of oxygen, so this is oxidative phosphorylation. So as a result of oxidative phosphorylation, energy rich compound ATP is formed, adenosine triphosphate. From your examination point of view, this is very important, ATP. Now let us understand one more question. From where do cells obtain their energy to carry out biochemical reactions? In your textbook it is the endothermic reactions. Cells obtain energy from ATP. So let us understand. Cells obtain energy. How do cells obtain energy? From ATP molecules they obtain energy. How is ATP split? See, ATP splits into inorganic phosphate and ADP. This terminal phosphate is broken down from ATP molecule. As a result, energy is released in the form of inorganic phosphate. This process happens in the presence of water. So that is why this is called hydrolysis of ATP. This is called hydrolysis of ATP. Hydro means water, lysis means split, that we know already. Hydro means water, lysis means split. In the presence of water, ATP splits into inorganic phosphate and ADP. So in our coming video, we will discuss more about anaerobic respiration. So from this class, the following questions are important. Define the term respiration. Then, what is glycolysis? Where does glycolysis take place? Glycolysis takes place in cytoplasm. Then what is aerobic respiration? How is energy released? What is phosphorylation? What is oxidative phosphorylation? What is ATP? Now let us understand very important thing. Mitochondria are called powerhouse of cell. Why are mitochondria called powerhouse of cell? Powerhouse of cell. Because energy is released in mitochondria and energy is stored in mitochondria. That is why mitochondria are called powerhouse of cell. Very important from your examination point of view. In this video class, let us discuss about anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is a type of respiration which takes place in the absence of oxygen. It happens in the absence of oxygen. Now, let us understand in detail. See, glucose undergoes glycolysis. As a result of glycolysis, glucose is broken down into pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Pyruvate is a 3 carbon compound. Glucose is a 6 carbon compound. So 2 molecules of pyruvate are formed in glycolysis. After the formation of pyruvate, the following things happen in anaerobic respiration. That happens in the absence of oxygen. Now let us study. See, this pyruvate in the presence of lactobacillus bacteria. Lactobacillus bacteria, pyruvic acid is broken down into lactic acid. Lactic acid. This lactic acid is a 3 carbon compound. And in this process, carbon dioxide is released and less energy is also released. So this happens only in the presence of lactobacillus bacteria. Regarding lactic acid formation, let us understand an important thing, that is muscle cramps. Muscle cramps. Muscle cramps is intense pain in the muscles of legs, limbs, let us call collectively. How does it happen? It happens because of the accumulation of lactic acid in the muscles of limbs leads to muscle cramps, means pain in the muscles. Why is lactic acid formed in the muscles of limbs? Because in the presence of least oxygen or in the absence of oxygen, pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid. So lactic acid gets accumulated in the muscles, it leads to muscle cramps. An important question for your exam. Now, let us talk about, this is one type of anaerobic respiration. Then, pyruvic acid in the presence of yeast. Pyruvic acid in the presence of yeast. What is yeast? Fungi. Unicellular fungi. Yeast converts pyruvic acid into ethyl alcohol or ethanol. Ethanol. This ethanol is a 2 carbon compound. Very important for MCQs or multiple choice questions and blanks also. Be very careful. And in this process also, carbon dioxide is released. Less energy is also released. This process is also known as fermentation. Fermentation. Fermentation is a type of respiration in which, in the absence of oxygen, glucose or pyruvate is broken down into either ethanol in the presence of yeast or lactic acid in the presence of lactobacillus bacteria. Now, let us talk about the differences between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Very important essay question. Now, let us differentiate. See here, need of oxygen. Need of oxygen. In anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not needed. In the absence of oxygen, anaerobic respiration takes place. But to happen aerobic respiration, oxygen is needed. Now, let us talk about amount of energy released. Released energy. Released energy. In anaerobic respiration, less energy is released. in aerobic respiration, more energy is released. Third difference, oxidation of glucose. Oxidation of glucose. In anaerobic respiration, oxidation of glucose is incomplete. Incomplete, very incomplete. That is why less energy is released. And oxidation of glucose in case of aerobic respiration is complete. It means completely glucose undergoes oxidation. Completely glucose undergoes oxidation. Then fermentation. Fermentation. Fermentation happens in anaerobic respiration. As a result of fermentation, there is formation of ethanol and lactic acid. And here, fermentation does not happen. Does not happen. So, ethyl alcohol and lactic acid are not formed here. Now let us write the equation, very important one, equation. See here, glucose is broken down into either lactic acid or ethanol. Ethanol and in this process there is release of carbon dioxide and less energy. Next thing, in aerobic respiration, glucose undergoes complete oxidation in the presence of oxygen. As a result, more energy is released, plus there is release of water and carbon dioxide. So these 5 points you will get 5 marks. Now let us talk about, see here more energy is released. This energy is released in the form of inorganic phosphate. It is added to ADP, result in the formation of ATP. Let us discuss about it. See, energy released. Energy releasing process. The energy is released in the form of inorganic phosphate, IP. So this IP combines with ADP, adenosine diphosphate, result in the formation of ATP. This process is phosphorylation. This process is phosphorylation. Define the term phosphorylation. Be very careful. ATP, adenosine triphosphate. 3 molecules of phosphates are there. Now, what is ATP? It is energy rich compound. Energy rich compound it is. When energy is required for the cell to carry out biochemical functions, ATP undergoes hydrolysis. What is that? It is reverse process of formation of ATP. Let me explain. See, ATP in the presence of water is broken down into inorganic phosphate and ADP. Inorganic phosphate and ADP. Terminal phosphate is removed from ATP molecule. So this energy is used for carrying out biochemical functions of the cell. This process happens in the presence of water, so it is called hydrolysis of ATP. Hydrolysis of ATP. Hydro means water, Lysis means split. So in the presence of water molecule, ATP molecule is broken down. As a result, energy is released and ADP is